What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Bigfoot and Beer. I am your host. This is episode 111. Let's get the show on the road because I'm excited to talk to y'all.
Mr. Anderson, come to me. I promise I won't hurt you.
All right, everybody. Welcome back to Bigfoot and Beer. This is episode 111. Can't believe we've been going this many episodes. Like I told you before, I didn't expect this to go nowhere, but obviously it has. Jay, what's up? Russell Toe, what's going down? Dillo, I see you. Soundwave, Bigfoot Mama's in the house, guys. What's going down, man? Glad you're here. Floyd Randall, what's up, everybody? Anyways, super happy to be here. Sorry about getting disconnected again on the hunt this weekend. It's happening a lot, you know. It'll only let me live stream for so long now through the GoPro app because I'm logged in as a guest. So it is what it is. Chris says, Barefoot, woo, all right. Anyways, I am drinking Twisted Tea. Drop a comment. Let me and Outdoor University know what you guys are drinking tonight because inquiring minds want to know. So, I'm, super sorry about that. There's nothing I can do about that. I don't have the money to pay. It's $50 a year. It will happen, and then we'll get back on track with that. I still want to go check some DNA traps over there at the geosite. We need to, there's a bunch of stuff we need to do. Jay's drinking, let's see. Well, Jay's drinking decaf tonight. Okay. All right. Bud Light from Crackle Barrel. Not Bud Light from Crackle Barrel. That's what, okay. All right. Chris? Wow. Why don't you just film with the GoPro and release a clear video without audio and picture breakup? We've discussed this. Let me explain it to you 100,000,001 times. Reason we don't do that is because our research area, we have a very hot research area. We've caught some amazing footage here at Outdoor University, and I cannot afford, and neither can you, as a channel, to have anybody accuse us of it going through an editor or CGI or it was modified or it was touched or the footage isn't real. That's why it has to be live. End of the conversation. Now that we know this, okay? That way when it happens, we're not having naysayers going, well, no, I'm not doing it. So it is what it is. Right now, we just have to live with it to get through. I'll be tipping a few brewskis tomorrow. Charles, all right. There you go, buddy. Get a couple in. Wild Turkey 101 on the rocks. It used to be my favorite. It still is my favorite bourbon, by the way. Whiskey. I love Wild Turkey. It's one of my favorites. Everybody who, truly knows me knows that. Not talking about going live, talking about super clear picture. Listen, the super clear picture we get is from the GoPro. It won't let us record I think more than 30 or 40 minutes or whatever it is, it keeps kicking us off. Because it's called the Quick app. That's the app that the GoPro live stream from, okay? That's what we use. I can live stream from my phone all day long, but the picture ain't gonna be, it's gonna be what we went through before the GoPro. Before we was able to live stream from the GoPro, okay? I can live stream for 24 hours I want. Off the phone, that doesn't change anything, you know? That's why. What else do we got? Hey, Jason, what's up, my friend? My brother from across the pond, what's up? Barefoot to you tonight, Jason. I hope you're having a wonderful night. A little bit late over there, ain't it? You know? Oh, Hillbilly Simpleman's on. Hey. Hillbilly Simpleman sent me a little care package. A little outdoorsman care package. Flags flying in my front yard as we speak. He sent me a flag. He sent me a couple shirts. He sent 2 trail cams. So we have 2 more trail cams for Outdoor University on the Bigfoot side now. They're actually pretty nice. They're Wildlife Innovation cams. I happen to own, the one you sent, I own that exact camera. And the other one, I don't, but I do now. Sent some hot sauce. The hot sauce was really good. My brother was here this week for a couple days, and he fell in love with that hot sauce. He loved it, Hillbilly. He thought it was the greatest thing ever. You know, he loves, you know, some hot sauce. He likes to eat it. So, not talking about going live, talking about super clear picture. I'm not worried about a super clear picture because a super clear picture can be done by AI and fake. So that's why we don't do that. My camera films in 4K. Mine does. Actually, my GoPro films in 8K. So, yeah. It doesn't matter if you film it in 4K, 1000K. YouTube will only allow 1080p. It only broadcasts from YouTube server to you at 1080p. They do not broadcast in 4K. Okay? To broadcast in 4K, you have to pay them money, and you don't even want to know what it's like, what it costs. We don't have that. Everything 1080. Editor doesn't go to 4K either. Mine does. I have Pinnacle Studio. I mean, I have some real software that can edit, but I barely use it. You know, I use it like on the, whenever I'll do fishing videos, hunting videos, you know, we use the editor. We use the editor when we do the paranormal stuff, you know, and stuff like that. So, yeah, he also likes pepper spray too. Yeah, true, he does. But yeah, Hillbilly, that was he sent me a bunch of stuff, man. You know, in there, guys. You know, a couple really nice knives, which I'm super stoked about. YouTube Auto downgrades video that says 4K, but still looks good. Yep, that's truth. I've been doing this for a minute. I have missed everything. Any squatch? No. We haven't really got much lately. I got a video that still, I got a release of some structures at Old Man Whistler's that I didn't have a choice because, you know, my phone was off. So I had no choice but to get you guys something out there. You know, I mean, even if we got to go log on and then log back off and log back on with the GoPro, and that's what we're gonna have to do. You know what I'm saying? But you know, other than that, we've been rocking it. What are your video settings for your camera? Could it have to be set lower to stop the cutoff. No, it's the fact that I'm in the middle of the woods. See, it doesn't happen to you because you're living in Florida, where there's barely any woods. The Everglades, that's it. And very little. I mean, I'm living out here where there's thousands and thousands and thousands of acres of woods. Hundreds of thousands of acres of woods. That's why. It's a reception thing. Because it does it when we don't use the GoPro. It has nothing to do with the jittery cutoff. It's got to do with the towers. You know? Don't know. I have no idea about Mr. Anderson. I do not talk to Mr. Anderson anymore. Jason says, seen Mr. Anderson chopped his nose off in half. Well, maybe you should have been more careful. They seemed quiet at Old Man Whistler's the other day. It was not really a lot of action there. It's because we're not showing our face that much. That's why. You know, when we're in there and you know, and we're pounding on them and pounding on them and pounding on them, that's when we get our results. You know, it's not as easy as everybody. You know, we'll just go more, just go hunting, just go in the woods, just go more. Sure, and go homeless. I could do that, but then what are we gonna do? There'll be no channel. I'm trying to tell you guys that nobody wants to listen. You know, everybody just wants. Happy Barefoot Friday, Jane, barefoot to you. But we're gonna get back out there. I'm gonna try to get 2 in this week. Old Man Whistler's, because I need to show my face at least there once a week from now on. And I want to get back to check the DNA traps that I put and some cameras that we put up over there. You know, we put some cameras up. And I'm kind of curious. See, I think we're going to get results the minute I take a whitetail out of Old Man Whistler's. They're going to see that. They're going to see that I'm messing with their food source, you know? And they're not going to like it. They're not going to like it at all. So, that's an issue. And I think we're going to get some pretty good results with that. Chris, only you could get a better phone and cell plan, and you ain't getting a better cell plan for the price that I got. For $50 a month, I have unlimited, and you have to have a hotspot. Unlimited hotspot. You understand how much data live streaming does? The GoPro works through your hotspot. It's the only way it will work. If you turn the hotspot off, you can't live stream. Okay? So you have to use hotspot. I don't know anybody that's going to get a cheaper hotspot than $50. Nobody out there has it. I've looked. None. Everybody. You may have unlimited data for $40 a month, but not hotspot. Hotspot is totally different. You know, most is only 5 gigs of hotspot or 3 gigs of hotspot, you know? I have unlimited hotspot. Unlimited, which means I can go live as many times as I want off the GoPro. You know? The problem is we don't have the app, the subscription. When we first got it, I did. I paid for it. It was $50 a month. No, I'm sorry, $50 for the year. I paid for it. That gives you access to other features inside of that app. That's why they want you to do that. That's how they get you. You know what I'm saying? That's how they get you. Tina, what's up? I seen you. I was trying to answer you, and I don't know. My phone's doing weird stuff. What's going on, Tina? I seen that you was trying to send me some kind of a message, but it keeps saying unsendable. Is what it was saying, and I've never seen it do that in Messenger before. So I live in a woods. I have Verizon. I have to get on top of the house and jump to make a cell call. I know. Tell me about it. Well, down in those ravines and stuff, it's a different story. You know, it's harder for for the signal down in there than it is up on some of the peaks. You know, and up on some of the ridge lines. You know, especially at Old Man Whistler's. We've always had a problem losing reception at Old Man Whistler's. Always. I live in the woods. I read that. Need a Ryan report, Diller says. And is Les here? And an over report if Les is here. I haven't seen him yet. Jason says, I found when I go live, when I shut down all other apps and eases up on data and live stream, but that's TikTok. I don't have any apps open except the GoPro app, and you have to have that app open. You have no choice but to have that app. You know. Tina says Ryan's doing okay. All right, Tina, that's cool. That is amazing. You know. 216-632-9385. Tina, that's my number. Okay. Timestamp the time right now. You can go back and get it. All right, and just call me. You know, because I don't know what's going on with Messenger. I don't. You know, I'm trying not to stress out. You know, too much. There's just been there's been a lot going on with me lately, and just life in general. And, a lot going on in my personal life, and I'm trying to keep everything together, hold Outdoor University at the standards that we are at, and because you got to understand, there's only two of us that have actual real DNA of a Sasquatch. Two of us, the Genome Project and me, and I do believe I had mine first. Okay, and actually have legitimate testing done. All right, from credible labs. So, I mean, I'm still trying to keep us relevant in the game. Okay, which really don't matter to me, but it seems like whenever I try to stay out of the limelight a little bit, you guys get a little bit upset with me about that. So I got to try to keep you guys happy also, and keep us relevant in the serious researcher category. Okay? Not just, LARPing like everybody else does. So I've shot my crossbow 3 times in the woods hunting and have taken 3 8-pointers. Pretty good average. That's a pretty good average, buddy. That's a nice one. How quiet are your Bigfoot when they walk to you? Have you heard them move with no noise at all? No. I always hear them walking. Every single time I can hear them walking. Yeah. Like I told you, I don't believe in the woo. You got some amazing footage, but the DNA has been done 1,000 times. 1,000 of times. No, they have not been done 1,000 times. There's been 2 testing done of actual DNA Sasquatch DNA that came back, okay, as ancient primate, by the way, okay, not just primate, unknown ancient primate, which I happen to think is Gigantopithecus, what else we got? Hold on. We got a picture. Morty. Just chilling out, guys. Chilling out, So, yeah, I don't believe in that, cloaking stuff. I don't believe in the mind speak. Because if they could mind speak and they were telepathic, they wouldn't need to make noise. to communicate with other Sasquatches, they can just go, oh, I'm over by the pear tree. It's stupid. Um, you know, I don't believe in any of it. I don't. Um, you know, it's just that's not how nature evolves. Not. Um, Other animals would have that attribute, and they don't. Dave Paulette spent tens of thousands. I've never even heard of that name, and I'm pretty big on the DNA front. I've never even heard of that name. I know of a bunch of people who claim they have it, but never. You know what I'm saying? All of them have been proved to be hoaxes. Like the guy that got it off the fence, the barbed wire fence. You know, the other guy said he shot one, got the blood. What was it, on leaves, off the ground? Yeah, I mean, I know of a lot of claims. I hear them walking also, but I swear sometimes you can only hear them brush against tree branches, never walking on sticks, etc. That's, I mean, I can walk the roads without snapping sticks. I mean, it's, you know. Yeah. Oh, missing 411. Yeah, dude. Another LARPer. I know who he is. Yeah. Yeah. Ketchum tested over 180 samples in her private lab. No, that is not true. It was not over 180 samples. It was actually 2 samples. That's wrong. You should really do your research on this one, Bigfoot Mama. It's wrong. Okay? She's had it tested a bunch of times. The sample that she had. 2. Different samples, same area. One came from some dude, and another one came from another affiliate of the same dude. Yeah, I've talked to Ketchum. You guys think, that I'm just, my last text. I try to read my last text. Yeah, I mean, everybody thinks, it don't matter. I mean, I'm not gonna sit here and defend Outdoor University with you guys. I'm not gonna do it. Don't need to. I mean, they're all jokes to me because I got the smoking gun. Something that ain't no researcher ever possessed or ever will. So I could care less. Hold on, I'm trying to get there, Tina. She says, read my last one. I gotta go up, Tina. Ryan is doing okay. That's the last one that I got from you on here. I keep finding 1-inch trees twisted about chest high. What else could be doing this? Always on the edge of the woods. Hey, listen. Well, number one, a 1-inch is about that big around. A big whitetail can do that. A big whitetail can do that, okay? And especially on the edge, because if you've killed 8 bucks in, 3 8-pointers and 3 shots this year, then you know about diversity edges, where one type of habitat stops and another one starts. It's a buck's favorite place to travel. All whitetail hunters know about this. We've known about this since the 60s. We all know about it. So it's probably a big whitetail. It's when you see them like really super, super twisted and, big enough that a whitetail can't do it. I'm not saying the Sasquatch don't do it. They could. Who knows? They can do anything they want. But more than likely, you know what I'm saying? More than likely it's a whitetail. No, hillbillies down in Kentucky. No, Tennessee. So there's no moose down there. I see you texting, Tina. I'm just waiting for it to come through. So what else do we got here? Pull my So, Snowcam 1, Snowcam 2, we will be getting those up next month. There will be access to it. You guys will be able to watch the woods when I'm not there. Maybe put it on and fall asleep. Who knows? We'll figure it out. I'm trying to come up with some kind of very, very slow rotation device. And I'm talking super, super, super slow. The voice sounds of Bigfoot that at the geos say, can you get them and send them to me on Messenger? No, because then I would have to do some kind of something, and I don't have those. Aren't even in my phone. They're not even in my phone. Everything's on the computer. So I can play them for you. I mean, I think this is it, ain't it? Soundwave says, more concerned with my Bigfoot. It wouldn't matter who proves Bigfoot's existence. I already know. That's truth. It's not a competition. Never said it was a competition, by the way. What you get up north. No, it has nothing to do with me saying it's a competition. It has me saying with, and I say this to you guys all the time, as outdoor university members, I expect more from you. Okay? I don't expect you to be blown, okay, like a reed back and forth by every single wind that comes, by every single channel's claim, okay? Evidence, proof, science. Chase the science, man. Chase the science. I say it all the time. You know what I'm saying? Just because a channel says, well, I got this, or they got this, or, you know, or there's a print, you know, and it doesn't look like a print, you know. I mean, I see channels all the time, dude, just recording footprints. Number one, a Sasquatch does not have an inseam. End of the conversation. Inseams were actually created by shoes over evolutionary time. There you go. Toes don't angle down on a Sasquatch. Facts. Every track I've ever found, every track up north that I've ever seen was legit. Fact. Sasquatch have a bone that comes out the side of their foot, right by their little toe. That's very predominant. 2 little bumps. Remember that. It has nothing to do with the competition. It has to do with believing truth and non-truth. You know? Like a line. Chris says, Barefoot! Barefoot Chris! Mr. Duffy, what's up? Sasquatch don't leave single giant deep footprints either. Yeah. Yeah. Trees where squirrels digging. Yeah. Yeah. And that's another thing. How come, listen, on all my videos, I'll show you. There's one. And what do I say? Let's find the next one. Where's the next one? Where's the next one? Where's the next one? There ain't just one footprint. What do you do, fly away? I mean, there's a trackway. Find it. You know, it may not be prevalent. You may have to follow depressions a couple of different ways until you find another very defined print. Go, yeah, got it. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you see me do that all the time. I mean, oh, hey, there's my dude. Look Look at Ryan, man. He looks happy, bro. Check him out, guys. There's Ryan. He looks happy, man. You know? Anyone been taking what? Anyone been taking kids fishing? We took 30 kids carp fishing last week. Man, I'm jealous, bro. I wish I was there with you. Survivor Man has some good shows on Bigfoot. Well, most of his stuff is because of Todd Standing. I mean, you know, Todd Standing's the reason why Survivor Man started Bigfoot shows. He's the reason. And because Todd contacted him. I mean, you guys don't know the whole story. I ain't got to tell the story. Forensic analysis. Some people just ain't cut out for it. That's right. Some people just want to believe in a ghost, Mr. Duffy. And some people just want to believe what other, these LARPers are telling them, that are running around in wood with freaking battery chargers trying to psychically talk to a Sasquatch. Listen, if you have a channel and you're psychically trying to talk to a Sasquatch, you're an idiot. You're an idiot. You're an idiot. End of the conversation. You'll see. You'll see in the end. Just saying. Yeah. You're probably all asking yourself, Charles, what's up with you? You seem a little pissed off tonight. No, I'm not really. Just being a realist. You know what I'm saying? I'm not happy with the stats on the channel. I'm not happy with how I've been treating you guys and how I've been hunting. I'm not happy with financial situations. But what I am happy with is my David Leonard game call. Guys, you better get one. I'm telling you. Check out David Leonard on Facebook. He makes some of the world's best game calls. If you have a hunter in your midst, in your family, they got a birthday coming up. Christmas time's coming up. Or maybe you just want to say, hey, man, I appreciate you and I love you. You go out there and you get yourself a David Leonard game call. No two are the same. These are custom made. I am not paid by David Leonard in any way, shape, or form. I just love the dude's game calls. Tim, what's up? Todd Standing, don't get me started. Yeah, I just, it is what it is. The guy's got some amazing footage. He does. He's knowledgeable. He's been around. He's one of the few people in the world that's seen a real Sasquatch. And not on accident. He's got his tracking skills are mad tracking skills. He's a great tracker. He truly is. It's just, we all do our thing. And I think that's what makes this Bigfoot research community such an awesome thing is you got you doing you. You got me doing me. You got her doing her. And all together, we're all going to come to the end, right? When I decide to squeeze the trigger, we'll all come to the end, or somebody beats me to it. But we'll see. We'll see. Because I got my eye on a couple channels out there, man. Some guys have been doing some. I got my eye on some people. I'm not even gonna promote no channels. I don't do that. Every time I do that, I get burned. And I'm not promoting. But I got some. There's some good. I got some eyes on some channels, man, of some people that are relevant, or will be relevant here very shortly. Let me, put it to you that way, okay? If someone thinks I tell them drive down the road and talk to the crazy tribe about what I saying. What does that mean? We beg to differ on Todd. Listen, I'm not a Todd Standing fan, you guys know that. But I'm also not one just because I don't like you or believe in some of your methods that I'm going to just dog your whole life. I'm not. Todd Standing is an awesome tracker. He was taught by Indians, man. For real. The dude, his tracking skills are pretty good. I mean, I got tracking skills, guys, you know. But, you know, half inch, wrench crew. Yeah, there you go. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, by the way, baby, you know, um, I don't really have a Bigfoot channel, and you know why. Yeah, yeah, yeah. But I mean, that's really, Meg, what up? Meg says, Bigfoot! Yeah, sound like you're catching some good stuff down there. See, I don't have a problem with you. I don't. You know, because you're understanding that boots on the ground and research. Listen to me, man. When you walk into the woods, your job shouldn't be looking for a Sasquatch. Your job should not be looking for evidence of a Sasquatch. Your job should be looking for everything you find and debunking a Sasquatch. Then, it's that little 1% that you can't debunk. Now, you see what I'm saying? That's what I'm looking for. If I can't debunk it, we got a problem. Now we need to pay real close attention to this because this is something that's going down. Pedro! You know? I've got one of those Bigfoot statues at the edge of my woods behind my house. You should see the... Yeah, that's funny. That's funny. Godzilla! You're late! You know? Exactly. See, that's what I do. Fool me once. Yep. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. We gotta, as researchers, we can't jump to conclusions. Because if you do, you're just a content creator at that point in time. Okay? Listen, there's very few research channels. I can probably name them on one hand. Now, I can name a bunch of content creators, Bigfoot content creators. I don't have enough hands. There's a difference. There's a difference. You know? And also, you also got to understand is what sets this channel apart from any other channel. This wasn't a Bigfoot channel. I didn't even want Bigfoot on this channel, dude. You guys have no idea the behind-the-scenes fight that happened about this with me and Jack when he was my cameraman. You guys have no idea, man. I mean, it almost came to me beating him to the ground. Blows. You know? I mean, for real. I was angry that he did that. You know? Because I was one of those people that I thought all you guys were nuts. I thought you all had mental disabilities. Guess what? Now I guess I'm one of them. Because I'm telling you right now, they're real, 100%. And they ain't no aliens, they're not no interdimensional beings, they got no special powers. It's a very rare, very, very rare, evolved species of primate, is exactly what it is. Todd is now charging crazy money to have interactions. They get nothing. Yeah, I know. Yeah. Listen to me. And I understand it. I understand where Todd's coming from. You want to make a living doing Bigfoot, dude, you're struggling. You're going to have to do that. Okay? I'm not going to charge anybody money. And I'm not taking nobody into the woods. Because listen to me. These things ain't cute and cuddly. They're not koala bears, bruh. You understand it? This is a large North American primate, undiscovered by science, known by man for hundreds of years. Okay? We've known about these things. Science just hasn't had a chance to kick and to get one because they're declining very rapidly, man. And these things will hurt you. You understand it? You run up and try to hug one, if you had that opportunity, he's going to rip your arms off, man. And probably kill you. It's just that simple. It's not a hard concept. Okay? Take it from a man who's been assaulted. You know? When he was normal, he got the best footage. Yeah, I agree. I'm not here. You know, this isn't a Todd Standing bashing. I'm not going to sit here and bash Todd Standing. I'm not, guys, okay? You know, Todd Standing does his thing, and I'm going to tell you right now, he is 100% relevant. And when I come out the box, okay, his footage will be relevant to mine. You understand? So, you know, at least try to have a little bit of respect, you know? I don't say you got to like him, but I'm saying you got to respect the man's footage, you know? That's good. Sucks. You lost a trail cam, though. Yeah, I did lose a trail cam, but it's all right. Well, at least it was my oldest trail cam. Oh, you lost a trail cam? Holy moly. Well, that ain't no good. Sorry to hear that, buddy. You know? Well, I'm gotta refill. Barefoot. Alright, anyways, man. Mom said that everyone now, then hillbilly, LOL. Hello, Peg. How are you? Pedro, Charles, how are you? So comfortable declaring that all of the thousands of people who say they experience the weird side effects of Bigfoot. I'm going to tell you how I'm so comfortable. It's easily scientifically explained and psychologically explained. Okay? Number one, it's impossible for one creature to have an attribute that others will not evolve into, or evolved before, or evolved a similar attribute. Okay? Nowhere in the animal kingdom is there proven telepathic powers. Nowhere in the animal kingdom. The United States government did a test on this. Okay? It's not real. It's not. Bottom line. End of the conversation. Okay? I hate talking about the woo. I can't stand talking about the woo, because all you're doing is you're taking, when you say that kind of stuff, science goes and just puts its nose up at you, because it already understands what I know. It just says, now you can have the most clearest footage of Bigfoot known to man, but they ain't going to take you serious. You understand? Do your research. If you do believe that, you keep that to yourself. You do science-based research. Then when you have enough evidence, maybe you do explore that aspect. You see what I'm saying? That's why I feel so confident saying that. I've lived in the woods all my life, man. You know? Listen, I've seen probably more Sasquatch than most people. Facts. He never mind spoke to me. Never told me to stop pissing on the trees. Never told me to stop hooping and hollering. Never told me to stop running at them. Never told me to stop putting DNA traps where they step on them and bust through the bottom of their foot. Never told me none of that. Why? Never seen one disappear. Every one I've ever seen, I watched it walk off. Never seen any of that. None of it. Just saying. Barefoot. But everybody has the right to believe what they want. Okay? Number one, that should not be anyone's focus, is proving that they have telepathic. Number one focus should be getting the species recognized. Boom. Okay. Now, once that's done, then let's investigate other things. I could be wrong. I don't know. But my thinking right now is just no. You know? My thinking isn't even on that right now. My thinking is getting the species discovered by science. Okay? And I say by science because, you know why I pee on trees at night? Because cougars charge a guy I know in moonlight night peeing on the dirt road. Yeah. I mean, I'm just saying, I think we should be concentrating on really getting science on board here. And I've been contemplating this for a minute, okay? You guys can probably tell a little bit. You're like, why is he being so sarcastic tonight? Blah, blah, blah. Why's he got an attitude tonight? Blah, blah, blah. Anyways, one of the reasons is because I've been contemplating coming out with a smoking gun this year, and just ending this. And just straight getting out of it. And just... it's taxing. It wears me down. People, I've never been broke in my life. I've always had money. You can ask anybody that knows me. I've worked hard. I had money, buy anything I wanted when I wanted it. New car, new bike, whatever, boats. I came from money. My dad had money. And it's wearing on me, man. As a Sasquatch researcher, it's wearing on my life. It truly is, Am I still passionate about it? Oh, yeah. I'm not going to quit until science recognizes the species. But I probably could rush this along very, very quickly. Problem with that is there was something that surfaced a while back ago. I do believe it was in 2001, okay, when this surfaced. And it just disappeared off the planet. Nobody knows where it is, okay? And I'm going to tell you something that you need to really pay attention to here. Back in 2001, there was a skull that came out of Indiana with a double row of teeth. All right? Handed over to science. All of a sudden, comes up missing. Nobody knows what happened to it. So that, you got to be careful with that. I want to get one of those spirit boxes. For what? Sasquatch or for talking to demons? Because you don't talk to your relatives. There's no such thing as a ghost. They're all demons. By the way. Just so you know. But yeah, you guys got it. It's taxing and it's been wearing on me, but it is what it is. We all get burned out, The one in the mud? No, not Coyote Peterson. Coyote Peterson's an idiot. That was number one, it was a freaking gorilla skull. They don't even look like that. Sasquatch skull doesn't even look like that. But not that I would know. Just saying. I am set with my father. Okay. Published books on psychics and quantum law. He believes, okay, but he knows a little more than you don't. A little more, but you don't like woo. Yeah, I don't like the woo. Yeah. Number one, there's no way they can be interdimensional because they're opening. Because if the multiverse, okay, theory is true, the power that it would take to bend the fabric between time and space to put us into a different universe would nothing would be able to survive. It's greater than a black hole. It's called the Rosenworm Bridge by Einstein. Check it out. Read that paper. You'll understand. I'm sure your dad or your uncle or whoever will understand the minute you say it. He'll tell you that's not even. It's not mathematically possible. Relevant to quantum, China is developing a quantum radar. There you go. Cool. I have a quantum discussion. That stuff is fascinating, but not here. Wu-Tang. Wu-Tang. How did we even get talking about this, man? I mean, barefoot. No, I don't expect a different dimension. There's only one dimension. Well, there's probably two dimensions. Where you're at right now and God's front door. No. To our math. There is no such thing as other math. Let me get this, Jason, let me correct you real quick here, because I've heard this before. There is no such thing as 2 plus 2 is 8. In any other realm, in any other way. One, you have another one of them. You have another one of them. You have another one of them. You have 4 of them. Math is math. It cannot be dictated. It dictates the universe in the box. End of the conversation. Even Einstein will tell you that. There is no such thing our math or their math or other people's math. Math is math. 2 plus 2 is 4. Conversation. Everything has a value. I have one hand. Now I have 2 hands. There is no way I can have 3 hands with 1, 2. It's impossible. It is not physically possible. If you on another planet, see, is that a different dimension? No. It's a different place. In the universe. If you're right here, and now all of a sudden you're over here, is that a different dimension? No. It's a different place on the slate. Different place on the slate. That's all. David Leonard game call. I love this call, by the way. This is one of my favorite ones. I mean, look at the quality of this thing, guys. Look at this, man. This guy. I swear to God, man, hey, if you got skill, I'll give it to you. This guy's got skill, you know? That's what we have been taught. Math is 1 and 0 is nothing else. That's correct. You're taught that because it's truth. Fact. Fact. I love you, brother, and I agree to disagree with you. That's all. Let's just put it that way. But that's fact. That's fact. You understand? You know? Here's another one. There's only 2 genders, male and female. You know? When you start doing that R math stuff, then you start playing into the other genders. There's other genders. No, there's not. There's 2, male and female. End of the conversation. 2 plus 2 is 4. End of the conversation. It's not a hard, you know. Yeah, 1 and 0. It's fact. You're right. 1 has a value of something. 0 has no value or a space or an emptiness. Binary code. Why do you think they use 1s and 0s when they make codes? Aliens will have the exact same code. 1s and 0s. Hillbilly, where is the ice wall? Nobody's seen it. Yeah. I know it's all. Here we go, and the world is flat. I'm not even getting into this. Alright. So if we're going to go down this path, what time is it? I can jump off here because I'm not even going to go down this path. I mean, you guys want to talk about Sasquatch, we can do that. But I'm not going down this path of the woo. You know how much it pisses me off and makes me angry. You know what I'm saying? She's barefoot. Meg, are you still there? Meg's probably like, Meg and Jan and everybody else probably left. Said, yeah, nah, this one's not for me tonight. And they left. But, so, tomorrow, I would like to get over to the geo site. I need to check some DNA traps, okay? I'm just going to pull them and replace them. You know, stick them in baggies, pull them and replace. Also, I want to put new cards in, you know what I'm saying? Wu-Tang Clan, Chris with that. He keeps doing the Wu-Tang Clan. I want to replace the cards in them cameras over there. Batteries are brand new, so we should get 6 months out of those task codes. They're, as long as I keep it on a 3 picture burst and not video, bro, it'll last. I mean, it'll last for quite a minute. Oh, I'm just listening. Interesting conversation, Meg says. I'm sorry, Meg. I know I'm not entertaining tonight, guys, but it is what it is. You know, it's maybe, I don't know, let's call it Rabbit Hole 2.0. For those of you that are old school here, know about that video. You know what I'm saying? So from one hillbilly bro to redneck bro, I'm going to see your Bigfoot and Goggy. All right, hillbilly, I love you. Hey, and by the way, man, listen, thank you so much. You really, really, really did. You really, really did make my day and brighten my day up with that, man. You know? And I appreciate that. I really, truly do. Well, I understand that, Pedro. You're right. A couple years ago, I was declaring that Bigfoot wasn't real. Then all of a sudden, I did realize that it's real. And here's a problem: is your mind. Everybody's different. Okay. When you see a Sasquatch, or you build your mind up to the point where you think you see a Sasquatch, there's a thing called a placebo effect. Okay. You start hearing things. Maybe it's talking to me. It's just, I don't want to have this conversation because I'm going to say something that I don't want to have this conversation. Chris donated $10. Big ODU hug to you, Chris. Boom, baby. Thank you so much. Right. So much. Greatly appreciated, man. But, I mean, you guys, you know, have got me talking about some stuff that I really don't want to talk about. You know, there's just been a lot going on in my life lately, man. You know what I'm saying? There's just been a whole lot going on in my life lately. Pedro, I love you. Don't think I'm mad at you. We can agree to disagree. I mean, that's, you know, I mean, call me. I'll tell you some serious stuff. You know, I can show you some things that will change your beliefs. I mean, you know, I just don't have the belief that I have out of nowhere. My belief has been built, you know, on evidence and science. That's, you know, I love you. Still love you, Pedro. You know? Yeah, I'm about to lose some subscribers on this one tonight. It is what it is, barefoot. Wait, it will happen to see. It'll never happen to me. Mind speak will never happen to me. None of the woo will ever happen to me. This is a flesh and blood animal. You understand? As I can hold something in my hand. It's a flesh and blood animal. I'm telling you. Remember I said that. I'm a little smarter than your average redneck, guys. I'm not as, I claim to be a dumb redneck with a fishing pole. Okay? But I'm a beast when it comes to science. That's fact. Barefoot, Chris. This is where we lose some subscribers, guys. You know? Never lost me, boss. I know, Chris. I got you. You got my back. Anyone sees Sassy the Sasquatch on YouTube? No, I haven't seen that. You know? It's fine. Everybody has an opinion. We'll probably never know what's real and what's not. Oh, we'll know, Meg. You'll know. I mean, Here, you got it easy. Listen to me, and listen real closely. If you have any doubt in your mind that Sasquatch is real, and you're a subscriber that's on right now, 216-632-9385, call me. I'll put something in your hands that'll change your life. I'll show you something that'll change your life. I'm just saying. They're real. And they are an animal. I wouldn't call them human because here's why. If they were human, they'd be doing jobs using fire. They haven't evolved that far yet. Gas fund. Hey, Cruz! Chris donated $5. Big out to you all! To you, Chris. Thank you so much. I would agree with you, Bigfoot Mom. They are people. Okay? I mean, there were all kind of homos. Homo sapiens, Homo erectus, Homo habilis that died off on the tree. That died off. They were people. They weren't Homo sapiens. We are Homo sapiens. They are not Homo sapiens. Okay? They are of the Homo erectus tree. Let's get that straight. Or it could be down past erectus. Homo habilis, man, don't even get me started on the evolutionary, because a lot of you guys are going to argue the evolutionary tree with me, and you haven't even really researched it. That's why I need to get that. Listen, I need to get the Denisopithecus Part 2 out. Okay, Part 2. Trust me when I tell you this, man. I've already got Part 1. I got to get Part 2. Just remember, see. You're not alone. When it happened to you, you're not alone when it happened to you. Oh yeah, yep, I agree. Les, what's up? Les Snow, my friend. Dang, Holmes. So, Barefoot. Les, glad you joined us. Thank you so much, bro. For everything you do and your presence here. It is greatly appreciated. I want you to know that. Les, you mean a lot to this channel, and I'm glad that you showed up. And all of you subscribers today. Listen, yeah, you probably don't agree with me. I probably lost a few subscribers today. Probably lost a little bit of your respect today, but that's okay. Because you'll be coming back. Trust me. Trust me. It has nothing to do with me. It's got to do with the evidence that we as a team collected. Listen, there's times you guys are like, go right, go left. Boom. Next thing you know, we catch a Sasquatch on film. It ain't because of me. All I'm out there doing is walking around, you know? It's not that hard. You know? I believe, but there's a lot of people out there who put whole lifetime into that. Would disagree. Who say their ability. They are painted at the foot of Christ. He had woo powers, didn't he? Which is, I know you didn't just say that. All right, hold on. Let's get down and real. Number one, there is no such thing as woo powers when it comes to Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ was God manifested into flesh. You understand? God created man. There was no woo. There was his realm. Then he decided, I'm going to create man. Then he decided man was sinful, right? Then he decided he's going to make himself into the flesh and allow what he created as the ultimate sacrifice of love to kill him so that they may be close to him once more. Do not ever compare the woo with the power of the creator of the universe. Don't do that. You know better. Anyway, next question here. Yeah. Sistine Chapel, the foot of Christ. Alright, yeah. Was there a Bigfoot on the ark? Was there a Bigfoot on the ark? Don't know. Hard to say. Let's see what we got here. Hold on. Somebody's texting me. Let's look. And see. Yeah, that's truth. Okay, that's truth. Whatever that means, nothing goes unnoticed now. Atheist, Charles. That's fine. I mean, you could be atheist. I mean, you have that right. You know, I mean, I'm not a gambling man. Obviously, you like to gamble. I don't gamble. Believing in God is I just all right. Take a kid fishing, guys. I love you, man. Listen, by taking a kid fishing, you're investing in the youth of this country. Okay, you're investing in your own future. Simple concept. Spend time, mentor children. Okay, do that. It's awesome. You know, Jason, he mentors lots of kids, man. We're gonna agree to disagree tonight, Jason. But I keep an open mind. All right, just reading real quick. Anyways, think of that. Okay, you have the freedoms you have in this country because of a veteran. Seriously, okay? I love you, man. Listen, take it in, take it out. Take it to the water, take it out, you know? Listen to me. I love every single one of you guys, okay? And I want you to all know that you're special, all right? I'm not even going to answer that, Jason, because I know people that say the opposite. you're looking at one. Same experience. But it wasn't lights out, brother. I love you. I'm Charles Mills. I see you all in the great outdoors, man. Later. Bigfoot, barefoot, whatever, dude.